Bonnie Lashay is an up-and-coming singer/rapper that got her start on Blue Girls Club Season 1, which was a takeoff of Natalie Nunn's Bad Girls Club that ran for 17 seasons on the Oxygen Network. Blue Girls Club was created and hosted by none other than Jonathan Jamal Michael Porter, an American rapper known professionally as Blueface, who has released songs like Stop Cappin', Disrespectful, Respect My Crippin', featuring Snoop Dogg, and the platinum hit Tatiana. The show featured up to 10 women in over 18 episodes shot in 21 days, where the women participated in such activities as drinking games, twerking, physical fights, playing with sex toys outside of their underwear, and branding themselves with matching blue face tattoos. The compensation for participating on the show for the ladies was said to have been platform promotion on their Instagrams, industry connections, and exposure. There would be no monetary gain for any except for Blueface, who had posted that he had made nearly $800,000 on his OnlyFans page. The show was filmed sometime in October back in the year 2020 in a sprawling 3-bedroom house in Chatsworth, California, which featured a boxing ring in what looked like a garage or a basement in the home. Out of the 10 women in the house, 2 stood out to Blueface more than the others. When filming of the show wrapped, due to their popularity on the show, Bonnie Lashay from San Diego, California, and Krishan Rock from Baltimore, Maryland remained in the house, and Blue signed them to his label called Blueface LLC. Both of the women were gifted matching chains and took on the name Blue Girls Angels. They were both having a sexual relationship with Blue. Blue has been known to say that having one girl is close to having none, and that he needs options. So allegedly, Rock and Bonnie were both his girlfriends after season 1 ended. And in the beginning, Bonnie and Krishan were getting along. They gained popularity by doing multiple TikTok skits together, and there was no animosity between them, although they were both sleeping with Blue and living in the Blue Girls Club house together. Bonnie also had her young son living in the home with Krishan and her dog. Bonnie's stay at the home was short-lived. Regardless of her popularity, the fans began to wonder why Bonnie just up and left the scene so abruptly without notice. There was a widespread feeling of disappointment. Well, recently, Bonnie Lashay has resurfaced. She's been making her rounds doing podcast interviews to explain her side of the story. On Jessica Westside's story, she goes deep and let us know that a lot was going on in her personal life back home with family that she had left living in her apartment and was now facing an eviction. Bonnie also felt that Blueface was moving slow with her music production and was more focused on Krishan at the time. Her friendship with Krishan also changed. Both women are believers and used to pray together, but Bonnie feels like Krishan became jealous of her relationship with Blueface, so she removed herself and her son from that situation without telling Blue that she was leaving. When Jessica posed the question as to whether or not she was sleeping with Blueface, we got to see that soft girl side of Bonnie when in came the sheepish, bashful grins, so we know what that means. Child, this man has been sticking his pole in all the holes, allegedly. More recently, Bonnie has been interviewed on the well-known No Jumper podcast by the charming ex-pimp Sharp, where she was trying to share her Blue Girls Club story. Bonnie began to tell us how Krishan played her for fake, had jealous ways that they thought they could fix by praying together, and allegedly Krishan pointed a pow-pow at her son and told him to stop crying like a bitch. Then out of nowhere, Krishan's friend, who is the makeup artist that did Bonnie's makeup for the set, attacked Bonnie. It was like a scene from Blue Girls Club all over again. I do have to say that Bonnie was not there to play, and she did stand her ground. After the makeup artist was removed from the room and Bonnie was able to continue with her interview, she continued to tell us that in the Blue Girls Club home, she had to keep her head on the swivel. She said she had to stay ready to fight so she didn't have to get ready because the girls in the house stayed sneak dissing each other. She said that the environment was like being in jail. Bonnie also said that she grew up in foster care and had experienced some form of abuse along the way, so she is always aware of her surroundings. I will leave a link for both of these interviews down in the description box below.
You're lying. You're lying. You're lying.
Now, you guys, the night before her no jumper interview, it has been said that allegedly Blue met Bonnie at the Marriott Hotel in North Hollywood to stand that thing up taller than Giraffe Nookie. They said the magic was definitely happening. So they're saying that Bonnie has every right to be in these internet streets popping it because she's still dealing with Blue. Bonnie has even given us a description of what Blue be doing with his hands while in the act. And I don't know, honey, because look at what his hands be doing when he's with Krishan. Remember that day the couple had one night only in Vegas and Krishan gave Blue that infamous lap dance that we all can't unsee? Honey, he got to throwing it up on Schoolyard Crib.
Drama that goes on, whether you like Bonnie or not, she was a part of that, and she does have a huge story to tell, right? Like, it is her journey too. She's very much a part of it as anybody else, and so she has the right to pop her shit. So it's just been like interesting to see the come up and how people have received her, and the whole dynamic. But I can say with everything in me that Bonnie very much still does mess and deal with Blueface. So I'm gonna tell you guys, So the night before No Jumper, we actually stayed at, let me get the address, the Marriott Hotel. It's super close to where we had to shoot for the No Jumper, and it's right across the street from the Burbank Airport. If you know LA, you know the Burbank Airport, right? Literally, the night before the No Jumper, Blueface met us at the hotel. So if anyone wants to get creative and you don't believe Bonnie, the address to the hotel is 2500 North Hollywood. I'm sure some of you can find the footage. You guys are really crafty, but it's there. So for you who are saying Bonnie doesn't deal with him or da-da-da-da, I'm sure if you find the footage, you will see him waiting for us the night before No Jumper in the hotel lobby. You will see him go out, use Bonnie's car, go get alcohol, the whole nine. So as I mentioned, they're very much still involved. They're good friends. They still deal with each other. They still have connections and stuff like that. So all that is really true. A lot of times, the Krishan fans and everything, they're very hard on Bonnie. Like, oh, she's lying. She's not a part of it. Where's she been? But she does deal with him, you guys. Like, I've seen it with my own eyes. I arrived at the hotel and he was at the hotel waiting in the lobby for her. So let me just say that number one, okay? So number two, say one thing that Blueface be doing to you, that if anyone sees this, they're gonna know that that's really Blueface. Like when you guys
like when we have
around,
sex?
yes, girl.
Oh,
say something that like
when we be having sex, this nigga he be throwing them gang signs on Schoolyard.
no.
He be grounding.
Adventure of like going into management, so like when you met Krishan, you signed her.
Right.
What went into your decision of like deciding to manage her? What did you see in her that made was like she's a star?
To be very honest with you, at first I hated her. Not hated her, but I just thought she was just too raunchy, just too weird. And then, the raunchy weird stuff just started like being good for like the camera, I guess. So it started to stick. And she had a great impact on the Blue Girls Club. So it was just like, all right.
I guess.
That's amazing. But what it really was she had lost her tooth on the show.
Mm-hmm.
And I just felt like super guilty about it. And I was like, damn, I got to change her life now because like, I feel like it was my fault,
Yeah.
So I felt guilty. So that's really how that came about. Like before then, I had no intentions of managing anybody. I had no intentions of signing any artists or anything. But you want to hear the story?
Yeah, we got to know the full story.
Okay,
so like, I also need to know, how the relationship developed from that. Because I know, when y'all first met, the whole moment is captured. But
Yeah.
did you think it was gonna evolve into what it is now? Yeah, I mean, not relationship wise, but her being a star and going bigger than big, I knew that was gonna happen. Mm-hmm.
On Friday, January 12th, 2024, Blueface turned himself in to jail following a probation violation where he will be reportedly spending time until mid-July. Ever since then, Bonnie has been on IG popping her shit, claiming her role at the circus, and she says that Blue is her man. She has added Krishan and is trolling for Krishan to respond. Right now, she's the biggest troll in these IG streets of late. Krishan hasn't responded to Bonnie. She's been busy moving herself and her son Krishan Jr. back to Blue's home that she left before the baby was born. Fans have been snapping pictures of Bonnie putting her OnlyFans money on Blue's jailhouse books. Carlissa has chimed in with her 2 pennies, dime, nickel, and a quarter to say that she is the only one that can use her son for clout. However, Bonnie did remain respectful and said that she would never treat Clout Lissa the way that Krishan treats her. Bonnie says that her clout chase is real and that she and Carlissa just needs to sit down and do lunch. More popcorn, please. As hard as Bonnie is going to let it be known that she is the new ringmaster of the circus, you know that Blue, the real clout master, is on the phone pulling the strings for all the puppets in the sideshow. He might be telling her, for all we know, to pull out all the stops. You know, he does any and everything to create that viral moment so that he can stay relevant in these entertainment streets. And we all know that Blue tells the ladies any old thing to pin them against each other. Check this out.
To it, right? Krishan. Krishan. Yo. Why are you talking around the situation? Like, Blue is my man. He don't you. He's gonna use you again and again and again, and he's gonna take your money. He's gonna. Sorry, boys. This girl is took. Stop trying to get with me. Stop trying to flirt. Like, yeah, the compliments are nice, but like, I'm clearly taken. I'm Blue's girl, and I'd appreciate Soulja Boy and Ellie Choppa, other rappers, NBA players. Stop trying to get with me, okay? Thank you.
Meanwhile, Bonnie is on a mission. She's promoting her new diss track titled That's My Daddy, where she raps about Blueface being her man and disses all of Blue's other girlfriends and baby mamas. She just shot a new video for PYMP, which stands for Pretty Young and Paid. It does have a rhythmic beat, and it highlights her soft, melodic voice. Bonnie is definitely very beautiful and stays affixed in her soft girl era, sitting pretty. She says that she and Blue has some projects in the works, and we may even see her on Rap Queens West, which is a show that Blue has planned with the Zeus Network when he touches down. Better Days TV is definitely watching. We are neutral over here. It's enough money for everybody out here to be getting to the bag. So let's see where this rotating circus takes us to next. And y'all know what to do. Keep it cute in the comments below. I want to know what y'all think about Bonnie's situation. Do me a favor. Hit that like button, share this out, and subscribe to the channel to keep me in the algorithm. And thank you in advance. Let me know your thoughts about all of this down in the comments section below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that you can be notified when I do my next video. Thanks for watching. Peace.